What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to episode 50 of the Maple-Baum podcast. Mark, how are you doing, man?
It's episode XL in Roman numerals. I got me some very girly wine, red, white Zinfandel. And with this today is the amazing Aja Mae. She's happy to be here. She's battling through COVID. I'm battling through boredness. You're battling through anxiety. And we're going to battle through this goddamn podcast starting right now.
Yeah. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. We got motherfucking Aja Mae on.
Hello, folks. How you doing?
We're really happy to... I'm actually...
I said it in that voice.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm actually really
It
happy.
feels like a game show with all these boxes. Hello,
Yeah.
folks. How you doing?
It sounded like Betty Boop, kind of.
I don't
Betty
know. I don't know.
Boop.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
I'm really happy to have you on because I don't even know if Mark knows this. Aja technically was the first person ever to book me for a show.
Hey.
Yeah, and
You
I
remember-
have that flyer somewhere.
We all remember our first, you know?
Yeah, I
When
remember. I did the
when we're
Laughs
working
open
so
mic.
hard at open mics, and we're just like, God, I just wish I could be on one of these shows. I just
Hey.
want to be on the flyer.
Aye.
I
wanna
remember my first flyer. It was great. I know that feeling, Jordan. I always say to
I'm
you
right.
that
I'm right there.
There you are.
What date was
Who's
that?
the headliner? Now I want to know the lineup.
oh,
Dwight Whiteout Husklin. I can never say his last name.
Hasklin, I think
Hasklin.
it is.
Yeah.
Whiteout and Nicole Blue and you, right?
And Danny Luna was the host.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was back
I-
in my Monty's days when I thought I could produce shows and work a full-time job and take care of kids. And
It was still
Well,
fun.
the kids part is way worse, but I'm starting to understand the whole putting together shows stuff where it's starting to be very taxing and a lot of messages and a lot of
oh yeah,
a lot of like, who else should I have on this show with somebody else, and figuring out the lineups and the times and the venues and the budgets and oh my, yeah. But the kids, yeah, I don't understand the kids part.
yeah, good for you. It's hard enough without them, but they're self-sufficient. At that time, they were less self-sufficient when I was running that room, but it was fun times there.
Oh my God, what a lineup! I only recognize just you, Danny Luna, your name. I don't know.
They all did. I remember they all. You know what's crazy is I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen Nicole Blue since then. Where is she at?
She moved to Atlanta, actually.
Makes sense.
I keep hitting this ironing board. You guys, I have my phone set up on a tripod on an ironing board because
Oh,
that
you're
is my
fine.
working desk.
That's
There's
perfect.
a desk in the closet behind this curtain, but you don't want to see any parts of that. But anyways,
Yeah.
no, she moved to Atlanta. Super funny. She's doing a lot of. I mean, she's getting credits and stuff. She's
Ooh.
very hard worker. And how honest are you guys on this podcast? Is this like a
We can be honest. We don't care.
people send you inboxes about shit you say on this podcast?
No, nobody's ever gotten mad at me about anything. I mean, I've said some
Not
screwed up
yet.
stuff. Not yet. We'll see. I've been
Wow.
very intoxicated at a few of these podcasts, so nothing too horrible.
So the
People are
funny
probably going to
thing-
dig through it now and get me in trouble, but oh well, the hell with it.
Yeah, someday people dig all this stuff up and they go, oh, look what this person said. But I stand behind anything that I said. Hopefully other people. But I got bitched out about that lineup, Jordan, on that flyer
Oh,
because
shit.
I didn't know any better. So, Mark, let this be a lesson to you. Before you start booking features and headliners, you should probably know the order of things.
I say, yeah. Well,
Because if it's a situation where someone's going, hey, I get, yeah, I'm going to take the gig, but why am I in this spot and that person's in the other? And sometimes people are just, trying to take advantage of you, I think, and they go, oh, well, I'm way better than that. Because, of course, all people that do shows and bars think they're way better than the next person. But I was trying to produce quality and have quality features and headliners, and yeah, I got it mixed up on that show. My bad.
Oh my
Well,
God.
Nicole Blue should have been headlining.
It happens. I've had with the shows I've thrown. I won't say who, but I've had people literally. I'll be like, they're like, hey, can I? They beg me to do my show, And I'm like, sure, absolutely. I can give you like a feature spot and pay you this much. And they're like, nah, I ain't doing it unless I'm the headliner and getting paid this much. I'm like, then you're not doing it. And he's like, you can't go up. I'm like, no, I don't have money.
They've been on Monique's Instagram or some shit.
It literally.
They've been on IG with Monique. Like, I demand.
I was like, I can't
be the headliner of this bar tonight. I will not.
But that's my thing too. Is like, don't make me like. They're like talking as if I'm gonna be like, no, please come back. You begged to be on my show, so it's it's like fuck
if
people.
It's your show. At some point, you have to have enough of a big boy voice or a big girl voice to say, well, either you want to do the gig or you don't.
That's what I do.
Do it if you don't.
You
don't have to meet anyone's demands. I was told by a veteran comic, Lance Woods was the first person I think I booked on a show. At Monty's, like the first headliner that I booked, and I call him, I'm like, how much is it going to cost me to get you? He goes, mistake number one, you don't. And I appreciate him till this day for being straight up with me. He's like, don't ever call anyone and say that. You call them, you figure out what your budget is, you call people, you ask them, hey, can you do this much time for me on this date at this time for this amount of money? Because that's what you're
Yep.
And if they accept, they accept. If not, they don't. You can negotiate or not, but never let someone else tell you what you have to do for your show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Someone's always willing.
Obviously, their offer is gonna be sky high if you ask it that way.
Yeah. Like if you ask me, like, Jordan, how much? I'll be like, $500. Like you want money. Like why? But me, I'm
$5 million.
Like you want to raise it up.
For 10
No,
minutes.
I paid Lance $400 for the show, and in my mind, I budgeted it like at a $2,500 show. Is fucking nowhere near it. But I had the money in my pocket to pay everybody, and I put it away. And I counted on a comic to fill the room up. I counted on several comics to fill the room, and it didn't happen. And it was weird because I was like, every show I've been on with these people, the room's been full of their friends and family. And but I paid everybody what I told them I pay them, but $400 was way over my budget for Monty's. Monty's Lounge.
That's what I don't understand. Like I throw bar shows, like the guy I was telling you about. He's like, I want this much. I'm like, that's how much my budget is. Like I gotta separate that
for the
amongst
whole thing,
people and myself to make. You know what I mean? I'm like, and he's like, then I don't want to do it. I'm like, then don't do it. Like I'm not. Like, and a lot of people will be like, "Oh, you're disrespect." That's generally the budget. I can't.
No, and that's how business works. That is a transaction. I have this. I need this product for this amount of money. Is how much I have. It's a transaction. If it either happens or it doesn't, but don't let other people dictate how it happens. Especially, and I was being cocky. I knew it was a fucking $100 budget. I should. I was like. How's 400 sound?
400 is.
We gotta learn.
Yeah,
we gotta learn.
Some way.
I always say, unfortunately, if I have to say something the potential comic can't get, I go, well, unfortunately, that is. I just always use that word. My apologies. Unfortunately, and my apologies works a long way.
Don't ever be sorry.
It is kind of sad with this like industry how much stuff you have to like learn as you go, and like you have to fuck up. Like
that really nobody tells you what's fair and what's not. I mean, if there were some kind of spreadsheet like there were for open mics about how much you should ask a venue to pay you to have a show there, or how to present to a venue. Hey, I want to have a comedy show here once a month on Thursday. Like, if that was truly a thing. And even, we're fortunate to have Laughs Unlimited where, once a year they have the festival with the workshops and, people that are really there willing to give you sound advice that's going to, advance you in the industry. Yeah. But not all questions in comedy are industry questions. So,
yeah.
It's like, okay, I just want to know how to set up a weekly bar show and make it where it's worth my time,
Yeah.
That's like, usually they're like, hey, here's a joke. Here's how you assemble a set. It's like, no, how do I make money off this show? It's actually kind of a better question. It's like, yeah, whatever. I can do a few jokes. I know how to do that. I just want to know, I want to monetize me telling, hey, everybody, I look like my dad fucked my mom. I want to monetize that now.
Yeah.
I've worked hard on that shitty joke. Need to make money off of it. So.
DJ Sandu's a good source for that. I went to, I don't know if you guys were around when they did the very first big old workshop at Laughs, and I mean within the past 5 or 6 years. But DJ Sandu said he used to charge a certain amount for his merch, which is like a CD, and it costs 50 cents to make a CD or whatever. And he stopped asking for an amount, and he just would stand out there and say, give me what you think I'm worth, whatever you want to give me for this CD. And he found that limiting to himself to maybe $5 or $10 a CD, people were giving him $100 bills for this thing, or $5. But it became a lot more lucrative when he goes, when he left it up to them. So all those sorts of tips and tricks are fun to know, because obviously you got to pay your bills and eat.
I'm scared to go, hey, I'm going to sell you a t-shirt. Give me what you think I'm worth. And the person hands me Carl's Jr. coupons. I'm like, shit.
You know what?
Then take the fucking
That's just
coupons.
going to come in handy when you got to decide between a burger and gas money. You're like, oh shit, I got this burger coupon.
2 Western bacon cheeseburgers for $5. I just saved $5 on it. Good deal. I'm glad I got those coupons from that guy.
You're going to be eating it, and you'd be like, I'm a great comedian. Like, that's what you got to do.
Yo, there was in the tip jar at Vince's, I got like one of those, those coupons that people's kids sell, like out of the books.
What?
Buy 8 Jamba Juices, get a ½ ounce free kind of thing. Like,
fuck it.
What the hell is this?
Wait, hold up. Here, I got it right here. I kept it.
Is that the, what's the weirdest?
Somebody threw this at the tip bar in Lodi. It's a Crazy Horse $1 Crazy Horse Gentlemen's Club. They threw that in there. And they
what an
ass. It off like it was fucking money.
That's been in a butthole, Mark, I'm sure.
Oh, ew. Hey. I got monkeypox now. Shit.
Oh, the Crazy Horse.
I
don't know.
Weirdest thing I ever been tipped. It wasn't really weird. It was just a fun. I think I told Mark this story once. Back when the lockdown was happening, I was like losing my mind, couldn't do shows, and then Carlos Rodriguez hit me up. He goes, "Hey, you want to do a show in Sac?" I was like, "Yes, I'm down. Let's go."
Yes, please, yes, now.
He sent me the address. I went down there, and it was just somebody's house, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And we get there. It was this family, and they built a bar, a stage, everything in the backyard. And they were like, "You're the comics? Oh, come help yourself. What would you like to? What would you like?" And I said, "Coke." And the guy's like, "My man." And I was like, "No, Coca-Cola." And he goes, "Oh." And he got like so disappointed. So he pours me the Coke, and he goes, "Here you go, man." I'm like, "Thank you. I'm enjoying the show." And I just kept going back and getting Coca-Cola. And then I did the end of my set, and I went back to get another Coke. And the dude's like, "You're the only one drinking soda. Everyone else is drinking beer. Take the fuck." He's like, "You're funny. I loved your stuff. Take the 2-liter." And I'm just walking around the party with a big ass 2-liter. And Carlos is like, "Why?"
To the head,
yeah.
Like 40, were you walking around? Was you ever in a paper bag?
I should have put it in a paper bag. That would have.
Yo, what's up?
Carlos was like, "Why?" I'm like, "This was my tip," he said, "for being good." He goes, "All right." So I was just sitting there watching everybody just drinking out of this fucking 2-liter. So that was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
That's a lot of drink tickets, and that's a monetary source of comedy shows,
I was the only one not drinking alcohol, so he's like, "Just take it." So
that's funny.
That was one of my favorites.
They do treat you well at shows when you're not getting drunk. They're always like, just get out of here. Get the fuck out of my face.
I love bars
free
sodas. With that. Almost every single bar I've been to, 80% of the time, they're like, "Oh, a vodka soda?" I'm like, "No, just a soda." I'm like, "How much are you?" They're like, "Fucking go." And I'm like,
they always do this. They do it every time. They're almost disrespectful about it. Like, fuck off, dude.
Like, get out of here, child. Like,
yeah.
I'm over here with my Diet Pepsi, like, fucking cunt.
You gonna tip on that water?
Yeah.
I feel bad when I'm in bars. Like, if I have to because, I don't do it anymore, but I used to go bar hopping a lot. And so when you get to a certain place, it's like, okay, I know we just got here and everyone's drinking beers and shit, but I need a water. And I'd always tip like $3 or $4 on just a water, because I know how much bartenders hate having to get someone a water.
Yeah.
Which they shouldn't hate that. Like, as a bartender, you should not want me to be obnoxious, but it's always a pain in the ass for them. But it's like, I'm going to tip you for the water, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my thing is this. If you're, I mean, I can see why they'd be mad if you're only getting water throughout the whole night. But if you're drinking actual stuff and then you got water, it's like, you're trying to sober up.
I'll come into a bar and be like, I only want water. But that's because I've been at 8 other bars and you fucking smell my breath. Like, you smell what's coming out of me. You can smell it coming out of my pores. You can look at
You know what it smells like?
And know
it smells
that I
like
need water.
It smells like a broken ATM machine just shooting out money. Like, oh, she's going to get more booze. Here it comes. Come on, bad breath booze.
And that's why you should always have, your go-to bar. And your go-to bar when the bartender knows when to pass you a water.
Oh, yeah.
My go-to bar, he's like, I just go in there to say hi sometimes when I'm at Laughs Unlimited. And I'll go down to the Backdoor Lounge, which is on Front Street, right next to that parking lot down there. And my favorite bartender, Richard, every time, no fail, as soon as I walk in, if he asks me if I want a drink, and he knows I'm not going to have a drink, and he'll go, well, would you like a water? As he's making it, though. You want lemon in it, right? And it's like he knows I need it.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is great. He cares.
You know what I did? I did a baller move at a show yesterday, at that Roman Guzman show. I tipped the sound guy.
Oh.
That's nice, too.
Because he was adjusting the levels accordingly to everybody on the show and shit. And I figured he made my voice sound just perfect, especially when I started yelling into the mic and shit. So I tipped him like $5. Yeah, tipped him $5. Nobody else is. He's the true MVP of that night. Otherwise we're blowing out fucking mics and everything.
Yeah, the people need to realize there's a lot more people that go into it than just the comics. That's another thing.
That's a talent, though. I mean, and it's thank you, Mark, for recognizing that in different people that are hanging around, because I've always found it kind of shitty that, in situations like that where certain people get tipped and others don't. And it's like, okay, this was kind of a group effort, but DJing a comedy show is certainly very, and then if the comics are screwing it up, yeah, they're going to blame it on the DJ, right? But it is nice when the DJ knows to kind of adjust it.
Yeah.
We're talking about comedy show hosting or DJing?
No, I mean the mics, the person controlling the sound.
Oh, yeah.
That's one thing I enjoyed about hosting is having the DJ there every week, is he got to know all my mannerisms and my intricacies. So if I said a certain thing, like, there was a sound that would come after it, and it was pretty cool. And I like that about a DJ that can kind of catch on. Like, if you've ever been to Touch a Class on a Sunday night, DJ White Folks knows everybody's little things where he's going to play a certain thing if you say something. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
It's pretty cool.
I'm determined to go there more. I've only been there one single time. I got scared.
I need to go back.
I got scared for the longest time because I heard somebody pulled a knife on a dude there. I'm like,
come
fuck
on,
that.
Come on, I'm gonna stick ya.
And they scared off for a friend of mine, 2 friends of mine. They booed him off stage and shit. I'm like, oh my god, I don't need that kind of anxiety in my life.
You'll definitely get booed, but the best feeling in the world is having a room full of black people on your side and fucking laughing their ass off, because you've never been hyped and pumped up unless you've been hyped and pumped up by a black crowd. And
I agree, 1,000%.
There is an undeniable feeling about that.
I went there
1,000%.
one time and I got a decent reaction for my first 3 minutes, and then it kind of tetered off. And they're like, all right, well, fuck it.
That's pretty much all you get there, and it better be a hot 3. Like, every 30 seconds, there better be something hot. And talking shit is one thing, but you just have to there is a wave that you have to find and ride. You just can't go in there like, oh, I'm just gonna go in here and talk shit. And it's definitely a balance that you have to feel. But once you catch that rhythm there, and they accept that, even if it's just one punchline, that joke is good for any room that you go into.
I did my 2% black joke there, and they loved that joke.
And you
Nick
take
and
that
them
joke
were
like, right?
They were like, I don't know if you should say that joke there, and I'm like, I think they'd like it. They're like, I don't know, and I did it, and they loved it. And I was like, see, they want shit like that. They want you to be fucking not afraid. Like, if you go in there being like, oh, hey, they can tell, and they're gonna fucking eat you alive.
Address the elephant in the room, but don't be weird about it. It's kind of like the philosophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when me going up there and saying fashizzle, they all went fucking no, and they like it was just funny because I'm like, hey guys, like it's addressing it. I think it was fun.
But when I did like a Black Crowd, it was I opened for Insane Wayne earlier this year, and I've never shitted more bricks about it because it was at a theater in Stockton, and there was like
Stockton.
Yeah,
Go Slay.
And it was like 70 people there or something like that. It was a big crowd for me, and I was just like, this is the first time I'm doing a comedy show where the person has fans.
Intimidating, right?
Yeah, and I'm the host. I'm like, man.
Watch? And the thing about Insane Wayne is you can't find him online to even. I mean, unless you've been around him enough to know how his comedy goes.
Yeah.
You can't prep for it because he's not online. You can't find, and he's one of the funniest comics in California.
Yeah.
Insane Wayne. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's insane, not because he's just Insane Wayne, but insane that he's not even that like much on social media, but that man can fill up a fucking room and destroy everywhere he goes.
And destroy every single time.
Literally,
he is an amazing comic, and I, of course, I interact with a lot of different comedians from different levels, and I've watched for, well, it's been more than 10 years now, but let's just say 12. I don't know. However long I watched a lot of the comedians who are successful now. Become successful, and that sits right in those little groups, right? So Jordan and Mark, you guys are kind of right in the same little group of comics that came in at a certain time. And with Insane Wayne, he's been around for a really long time.
Like, let me stand up very quick.
Comics from, like he's from Stockton area. You see Mario Hodge, that's from Oakland. You got Ellis Rodriguez, that's from Sacramento. You've got Keon Pulley, and I'm naming black comedians just because I'm kind of familiar with it.
Yeah.
But these are people that are in different regions of California, and if I watch how they've succeeded, because they're all on the same level, just different, with different content. The ones that are succeeding the most are present on social media. And they recognize, okay, damn it, I do actually have to have a social media presence and do videos and interact with people in the comments and, do these videos, and one day it's going to catch, and then it does. And then it's like, okay, now I'm getting offers from TV. Now I'm in commercials. Now I can afford to live on my comedy. But a lot of that has to do with how good you are on social media.
You know what? I think I need to find somebody likes Insane Wayne or somebody who doesn't go on social media much, and have them, I'll be like, hey, I will make your TikToks for you. Just make me be your opener. Right? And then I work my way to getting seen more, and then I'm hyping them up because they're going to be on social media because I'm making their TikToks for them. Bada bing, bada boom.
You're really good at that, Jordan. The editing and
try
the videos.
Thank you.
I don't know how many people are biting on that. Let me do a little bit for you because it matters. And it's weird because you can't see. I wanted to do real view challenge, not real REAL, but REEL. How many views are people's reels getting? Because I was fucking excited when I got to 13K on Facebook.
I was gonna say.
Facebook.
I'm trying to tell a lot of comics this because no one's listening to me. Only a few.
I didn't record my last few sets. Leave me alone. I know. I didn't record my last few sets.
Well, a big thing that I'm trying to tell comics to do is YouTube Shorts is really big right now.
Oh my God, they blow up on there so quick.
Literally,
I think I have a couple of thousand play on YouTube because they're putting them through because I don't know because a lot of people aren't catching on.
My most viewed video is on YouTube Shorts, 27 million views.
Oh, the one from the
Omegle
spray?
Yeah. And I'm trying to tell comics, I'm like, this is the way. I'm like, when you make a TikTok, don't put it on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. That way, regardless.
That's the thing is that I don't know because I don't have algo setups on those other apps. So it's just, I depend on, since I don't post on YouTube all the time, I'm depending on popular hashtags or creative ways of describing something that I know is going to, because that's going to grab somebody's attention. Back in 2009, when I first started my YouTube channel, which I don't even really use that much. I only use it to like do videos to send in for submissions because they need a link. But I did this video. It's just me recording my pit bull getting fucking molested by this little boy Chihuahua dog.
What the fuck?
I thought you just said this little boy. Wow, that would have been a fucked
And
up
I called
story.
I called it bisexual dog bisexual curiosity or something like that.
Dog love.
Basically, it was a little dog trying to fuck a big dog, and they were both boys.
Oh.
And whatever I titled it, that video got like 5K back in 2009, and I was
big deal.
Excited about it.
Mm.
I think
It was.
I know what you mean, because back in like Mark, I talked about this on the podcast before. I've been doing comedy since I was like 11, 12 years old. I used to make skits.
And at that time, it was hot on YouTube, right?
I used to make skits on YouTube and MySpace, and then I would just, you know what I mean? That's where the Q-Bomb Comedy name came from. I made Q-Bomb Comedy Show on MySpace.
His Facebook memories, he'll sometimes repost.
It's so cringy, man.
12 years ago, Jordan's like, I got this new scary video game I'm going to play right now, and it's scary.
Look at my pubes, guys.
No, I have one video. My mom found it, and I'm pissed because I thought I deleted all of them. There's a video from my MySpace where I'm trying to do an infomercial of selling my cat. I was 11 years old, and I have the speech impediment, so I'm like wee and girls. It was so embarrassing. I was like, "This is my cat Wookie. Buy him." Da da da. And
God.
I said some dumb joke that I probably heard from somewhere else, where I was like, "It's a $20 value, $100 value for $19.99 or some shit."
Sure, yeah.
It was so cringy.
How did you say world?
World.
Did you used to say sometimes papal when you're saying paper? Papal.
No, I was really bad with RLs.
My brother was bad with RLs, and his name is Ricky, so of course he was Wiki, but Warwold, it was like Warwold.
I had a best friend named Ruben, and every single time I hated my to this day, I fucking hate my stepdad for this. I'd be like, "Hey, can I go hang out with Ruben?" And he's like, "If you could say his name correctly." And then I never got to hang out with him.
Oh my God.
That's some true shit.
With it?
Like, he would force me.
Dad, I have no control over this.
I hated it, man. It took me, like, sometimes if I talk really fast, it'll slip up sometimes, yeah.
You had to work with a speech therapist for a while?
Yeah. I had a joke about
My brother never
it.
got that. I don't know how Black people don't get therapists of any kind in their childhood.
Oh my God.
Drink some fucking ginger ale and get over it.
I didn't ask for it. I was just in class.
He used to stutter a lot, too.
Oh, really? I'm surprised. Like, I was in class, and my teacher's like, "What are you saying?" And then she's like, "Hang on." And then she called my mom, and she's like, "Your son can't fucking speak." And then they made me take classes. I also
back in the good old days when teachers could say.
Talk about teacher bedside manner there. What the fuck? Your kid can't fucking speak. Get him out of here.
No, it was worse than that, Mark. He didn't want to say the T word on
Well, me and Mark have talked about it. It's funny because this is basically what our podcast is, because me and Mark are both on the spectrum.
I don't know. I've never been tested.
You are. You are.
Go to hell, you. I'm not sure if I'm on it or not.
If I'm on it, you're on it, Mark.
You know what? If you're on it, then I'm taking you down to hell with me on it.
That's fair.
Are you getting this all from Venn Diagrams, guys, online? I don't know.
I didn't look at those. I don't like looking at
No, I actually...
I'm a nurse. You're on the spectrum, Mark.
Hella on this
God damn it.
Mine alone. I don't like looking at shapes.
The only shapes I like looking at are you, Aja Mae. Those are the only shapes I like looking at.
And Sharon.
Damn it. I don't like it when the nurses now tell me I'm probably on the spectrum.
Mark,
I don't like looking at
it's
shapes.
Okay. I'm on it.
I've never heard that phrase in my life.
Whatever. I don't look at Venn diagrams. I don't want to know if I'm on the spectrum or not. It'd be demoralizing.
I only said that because I was looking at one. Somebody posted it under. I think it was John Ross. Had something about being neurodivergent, and like I ain't gonna lie, I'm dumb when it comes to I take care of old people. Like I don't know all things nursing, but I do know some stuff. But anyways, I dig down the rabbit hole of all these comments, and somebody put a Venn diagram that had autism up here, ADHD right here, and then giftedness on the other side. And I'm certainly know that I have ADHD qualities, more ADD than HD. The hyperactivity only comes every now and then. I certainly have obsessive compulsive qualities, and if you've ever been around me for an extended period of time, you can see it with, I mean, it's really bad the way I have to rearrange things, and what's happening in my mind is even worse. But and then the giftedness, because I do know that my brain works extraordinarily well. And so, of course, I found myself there, and I was trying to find some autistic qualities in there just to see if it was a confirmation bias, and I really didn't find anything that was overlapping for autism, but I did find that in people around me, and I think it's a lot more common than people recognize. I mean, you figure when you're putting steroids and hormones and shit in the chickens, something's got to give.
We're all going to be on the spectrum soon because of that. Hey, do you consider yourself an overthinker?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I overanalyze. I mean, I'm constantly analyzing. That's why I get so physically exhausted easily, is because my brain is always in overdrive. And I'm always considering all these perspectives, and how does this one thing branch out into those 5? And how does that 5 affect these 4 over here? And down the line, how are they going to ping off of each other? It's really exhausting, but it makes me effective at some things that I'm really good at.
I'm
not writing jokes.
You're well, when you go to sleep at night, is it a thing where you can just knock yourself out, or the mind won't turn off?
Oh no, I can turn it off instantly.
I
can't.
And
it's always amazing. Like I've experienced insomnia exactly like less than 2 hands full. I've experienced insomnia, and each time that I've had it, because it's so infrequent, I'm always intrigued by it. Like, oh shit, I can't sleep. This is weird.
I can't sleep every night, every single night. Can't sleep.
I can go to sleep right now within 5 minutes if I wanted.
I wish I had
COVID
that.
right now, though. Everybody,
no,
she's got COVID right now.
No, I am a fucking sleeper, and I got kids. I raised 6 kids. I will sleep through a goddamn 6 alarm.
Have you always been that way, or is it over time you were able to do that?
I've always been like, I love to sleep, and I think over time I've adjusted my sensitivities to know when it's important for me to wake up.
Oh, so you're a nurse.
As the kids were growing up, there's 6 of them in the house. I mean, from the ages, like right now, they're 15 to 25. Okay, so imagine between the ages of 15 and 25 in a stair-step kind of way, all the fucking madness that was happening in our home. And I would sleep through it, but I mean, if I heard a certain shriek, it's like I was instantly awake, like something's wrong. I got to respond right now. And even as a nurse, I can fall asleep at the nurse's station and hear everything around me, but if something way down the hall just pings wrong, I'm like, what the fuck was that noise? Something's wrong. So I don't know, I got spidey senses.
You could have been a Marine.
I think I got Marvel superhero powers. I'm not kidding.
I couldn't.
I think I got some super serum or something. It's amazing how finally I can tune in with like frequencies and energies of things being right or wrong.
That's awesome.
And responding accordingly, because I swear there's a lot of shit that I sleep through, but then there's stuff that I wake up to randomly. It's like, oh my God, we all would have died if I didn't wake up at this exact moment.
That's crazy.
Jordan, you better check the oven tonight during the middle of your sleep now. Did you hear that?
I have to pop out for 2 seconds.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
Mark,
check your oven. Shoot. Hopefully she comes back soon.
I'm still here.
I was about to say.
All right.
I was like, did she get a super fucking sense? She's like, the oven's on. And she just fucking
the oven's on. Shit.
No, I'm looking for cigarettes to smoke inside, actually.
Oh, man. I'm having a very girly wine right now. I don't know why.
I need something to drink. I have nothing around me.
I have a very girly wine also. I'm going to cover the name of it in the logo because fuck them until they give us sponsorship. Maybe they'll give us sponsorship if I
Jordan, we should talk about sponsorship at this point, right?
We should.
We should always talk about sponsorship.
Yeah,
we could use
we
it.
gotta make We got to start making some money. Jordan's making good Finnegan's money right now at his mic. I'm not going to say how much it is, but it's a big money for Jordan.
Because I'm
Getting
running it good.
Yeah, running it good. It's way more than the Poppy's Coffee money days.
I didn't get shit for Poppy. I'll say right now, I didn't get paid nothing for Poppies. It was every comic got a free drink, and I was like, okay, this is a good place to start.
They stopped it after 2 weeks, though. They stopped.
Yeah, and then that's why I was like, if they ever try to censor me, I'm gonna be like, fuck you. Like, I'm saying whatever the hell I want.
You know what? Hey, if they try to censor you and they're not paying you, you should go, you know what? Guess what? This truly is free
I'm done with
speech.
Poppies. Even if they
this really is. See? What I'm saying is free because you're not fucking paying me.
Yeah, I had that dude flip me off, and then they're like, hey, they told me, like, hey, blah, 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 like, that was, you shouldn't have done that. And I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Fuck you,
What are you going to do, not pay me?
Yeah. Oh, it's going to go, the offer's going to go lower? Come on.
No, it was still a nice tester spot to have mics, though.
That's the,
It's your first Toyota Corolla. That mic was your first Toyota Corolla.
That was my piece of shit car. Now I have, like, a 2015 Honda Civic. Which is fine.
You know what?
Name your
it's
current
gonna
fucking car
until 2035.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
exactly. There's there's cigarette burns in some of the seats, but it works. It works.
Transmission's still in order.
There's probably a whore in the trunk.
Some things are specifically in our lives in order for us to learn a lesson.
That's true.
And learn by it. So good on you.
We're all learning. I mean, this is my first year producing shows, and it's been like.
And you're doing great.
Are we gonna lose our sponsorship if I smoke on?
No, you'll be fine. We don't have sponsorship.
Pretending. You always gotta pretend like the networks are watching. Like.
Oh, they're watching. Okay.
It's like perfect practice makes perfect.
All right, they're watching.
I'm just fucking with you. There you go.
I'm the most professional of professionals. Aja Mae, your joke writing. You don't, from what I know, you actually don't, you know the jokes in your head, but you don't write them down anywhere, right?
Not particularly. I do a lot of, I used to do a lot of video developing. Oh, I wonder if I can pull this out without you guys saying that I just got some talk. Oh, I can. I found this behind my bed.
What?
I'm about to put back up.
And it is, you can't read it, but it's a joke about, I don't even know. Oh, it's a 23andMe sketch that I thought I was writing.
You wrote it on like on something where you get like clothes at the store and it comes with the paper inside of it?
No, it's like easel board paper that has sticky note on the back, which is why it's all fucked up because it's stuck to itself.
Yeah.
But it was pretty, like, I write down stupid shit like this because I'm trying to develop, some kind of a sketch or something, and I need to put it on paper, but jokes not so much. But that 23andMe sketch, now that I'm looking at it, I think is pretty fucking funny.
There you go.
Execute it. It's all about execution. Otherwise, all these friends of ours, they go, I'm going to do a sketch. I'm going to do a sketch, and it never happens.
You guys, I know, Jordan, you do them, but Mark, do you ever write them in your head and try and...
I with sketches, I mean...
Are we talking actual sketches or like sketches on stage?
I mean like actual sketches that you're just going to record a 2-minute sketch or something.
I have a few written down that I actually want to do and I need to get people for.
I don't know what to do because I have a feeling people would just be saddened and disgusted by it.
Well, do you ever just like imagine a scenario going a certain way in your head and it's like, oh my god, that would be fucking hilarious. I did one on stage though. Did you ever? And I at that time I was still like interchanging my jokes every set, but I have this I called it the wedge between us. I get a kick out of writing as seen on TV products, so I actually fucking bought this stuff from like Michael's and created the product.
Weird.
It was like a triangle pillow because at the time Mike was getting on my nerves and he lived with me. And I was like, did your husband come home with whiskey dick?
Oh my god, you brought a prop on stage?
Just don't want to be touched tonight? My name is Aja Mae and I'm here to welcome the wedge between us. And it's like this barrier that you and it's like Velcros to the
Make that a commercial. I'll help you.
Like he can't roll over it. Don't want that whiskey dick? The wedge between us. was like fucking amazing.
I will
Did
help
you bring
film
this prop
this.
on stage?
I didn't, but I actually made it at home because I
Oh.
really did want to shoot the commercial.
Oh, okay.
And then the other one was like a side chick registry or something. Like you get to like pre-check out the side chicks, like set it up so that she's like in the park and it's like I'm zoom into woman on the bench licking an ice cream cone, like, but you actually set it up so that this side chick that your dude is cheating with is like safe in your eyes, like she's been STD checked, like she's gonna do all the shit you don't want to do, and he doesn't know that you set the shit up. But it's like, whoo,
your
thank
man,
God I don't have to suck dick anymore.
your man needs the side chick in order to, you know, complete the relationship with you guys. So she's clean, she does things you don't want to do, and it's actually
balance it all out.
She's kind of like a hamburger helper situation, where actually it makes the meal better.
You just made me think of like a dumb skit idea. You know how like you ever go get your car checked on by a mechanic, and then like they'll come back and tell you everything that's wrong, and then you're like, hey, I only wanted you to fix that one thing, not the other. Like I can imagine like you take your girl into the shop, and he's like, all right, well, she's got chlamydia, like, you know, all this shit. He goes, oh, and I think you can trim her bush down a bit. He's like, hey, I didn't need that. I didn't ask for that. Leave the bush. It's fine. Like, you can make like a whole skit like that.
I'll take the crabs and the chlamydia.
Yeah, we came here for the herpes. Like, can you do anything about that? He's like, I don't know. Do you want me to raise the tits at all? Like, they're hanging really low. Like, I don't know.
That's hilarious.
Like, we should do something like that.
I've always hair in this tire.
I've always thought of.
The mechanic fucked it up.
That'd be pretty good.
I've always thought of like big budget skits. Like I want to redo Robocop, but make Robocop Logan 4.
You can do that. Why don't you make it like a low budget thing?
He gets blown off his legs and everything by those creepy criminals in the beginning of the movie, and then I rebuild them, and I go, yo, you're gonna be a bad motherfucker, and then like
you're gonna be a bad motherfucker.
He fight. I don't know if you ever seen RoboCop. It's a fucking classic.
It is. I have seen. I didn't watch all the extras after that. Like, I didn't even realize there were like 20 of those fucking movies and all the Sarah Connors and shit afterwards. Like it. I think.
You're mixing them all together. You're mixing Terminator with RoboCop. You're mixing them all together.
That's why it didn't matter. I started fucking right around that time, so movies didn't matter anymore. It was all about the dicks. It was like 13, 14.
I've never heard anybody go like, you know what? I don't have time for these movies anymore. I need some dick.
Fuck this. I want dicks. I want dicks.
I want 2.5 hours of you know what? Not some fucking crappy action movie.
I was popping that pussy in my. What's Luke? Do you remember that group, Jordan?
Oh fuck.
Uncle Luke and 2 Live Crew. Pop.
Yes.
Pussy.
Pop that. I don't know why. Every time I hear that,
right.
I think of that. You ever watch that movie with Dan Cook, My Best Friend's Girl, or some shit?
No, of course not.
He was trying to his whole thing is guys pay him to like be very toxic to a girl, so it drives her back to her ex.
Oh.
So he would play that song full blast in the car, and she'd be like, "Can you turn it down?" He goes, "No, the radio's broken," and then. He's like, it's not a bad song if you think about it. He's saying, I want to hug you. It's like, pump that, I want to hug you. Like, it was really funny. Every time I hear that song, I think of that movie.
So when my brother was, I think my brother was 3 or 4 at the time, so that would have made me 7 or 8. And so this is like mid-'80s, and Luke was just starting to come out. And then I lived in Georgia at the time. We were kids in Georgia, so my mom was in her 20s, and my mom was super cute, and so like the younger boys, you know, in their 20s were always hanging out and stuff. And there was, I think that one of their first songs that came out was
Hoochie Mama.
Hey, we want some pussy. Hey, we want some DICK. That was the song. And so
you can tell what they were passionate about.
2 Live Crew, I mean, it was really a stroke of genius, those fucking the songwriting, you know?
Oh, that was just when people started being open with sexuality, but my brother was so young at the time, and one day he started singing it at the table or something like, hey, we want some, and my mom's like, reggae! And he's like, what? Party, Mom, party! Because like the, you know, the kids pop version was, hey, we want some party! They had a radio version.
Oh yeah, the radio version just made it sound like a wholesome good time for everyone
He
involved.
goes, "Party, mom, party!" I'll never forget that. But yeah, they were. I remember that vulgarity when it first started. It was so shocking, but it was like, oh my god, they're saying the things that Eddie Murphy says on stage.
One of my favorite songs from them is "Banned in the USA," not "Born in the
Oh,
USA."
yeah.
"Banned in the
That
USA."
was after. I think that came on the album after.
They got
Hey,
in
we
trouble.
want some pussy.
But here's the deal: like back in the day, it wasn't even anything that bad. It's just like horny hoochie.
No, they were
stuff.
white girls from Florida that were dancing to it, and their daddies were not having it.
Well,
they were not gonna tolerate our
father
pussies.
Father failed. Okay,
Father
failed.
We need more twat babies. We cannot be having these interracial affairs.
He's just mad because it's hip hop. He's just like, hey, oh god, if this was just
it was country, it'd be one thing, but I don't know.
If this was AC/DC song with the same lyrics, I'd be okay with it. But damn it,
they were throwing that pussy around in black parties. You couldn't have that. They had to ban it. There's no way you could have that.
This ain't wholesome at all. I don't like
this. I think it did originate in the South. There were a lot of gold teeth flying around those videos.
Yeah.
Gold teeth. I remember when my sister and I came back from there with like 15 and 16, we were so happy because we got like the gold caps that went on this tooth. I didn't want the front one because it looked super country, but I was like, I just want that little side fang tooth to have a gold tooth. This is like you get to school and you're like, yeah.
I always figured, where are you originally from?
Georgia, Columbus, Georgia.
Sick. That's a beautiful place. I've been to Georgia once.
Yeah, it's a lot like Sacramento. Columbus is. It's right along a river. It's not a big city, but it has a city part, and it's like it's the same distance from Atlanta that we are from the Bay, so it's kind of the same, where it's like if you really want to go out and live, you're gonna drive up to Atlanta in an hour and a half. But yeah, my place was pretty country and woodsy with, suburban areas.
That's cool.
I liked it. I miss it a lot. I'm going back in September, actually, the 19th till the 27th. I'm going to go see my granny and my dad.
That should be fun.
Do some comedy out there.
Let us know how the scene is up there.
It's always funny now when you're a comic because you're always like, I'm going to go on a vacation. You're like, you better line up a show or something, right? You're always like, have that in your head.
Yeah, and I'm almost feeling like the pressure of that is going to make me not do it because I'm like, 7 days is not, especially when 2 of the days are dedicated to flying because it's 3,000 miles away.
Yeah.
And even though the flight only says it's 5 hours long,
it's
really it's like 8.5.
Yeah.
Every time.
By the way, guys, we are at the 48-minute mark. Just letting you know.
We are. I just looked at my handy dandy watch.
There we are.
Well, Asia, you're not 7 feet tall, right?
Oh, my great grandfather was 7'4", but
what?
now I'm 5'11".
Whoa! What the hell? What, he got that? What? Jesus Christ!
I know, it's weird. He was a Blackfoot Indian that didn't speak any English, and my great-great-grandmother was like a 4'2" black woman who didn't speak any Blackfoot, and yeah, they made babies, and I somehow managed to get a piece of that height because nobody else in my family is that tall.
So they took his land, but you got the height. So
I got the height.
That's, I guess, a fair
got this
trade-off.
lovely brown tone from that. So yeah.
I think the only Native American in me is my eyelids, dude. Like that's and then maybe the straight hair, but that's it. I forgot how much Native American I am, but I think I have like a big 20%. Like something like that.
I wouldn't be surprised that if I did a 23andMe, it'd be like 0% because black people love lying about having Indian in them. So I don't know how true that is. Every black person in my childhood would be like, yeah, I'm half black and 8% Indian, part Portuguese. Like, bitch, if you don't.
Now I don't want to bring up the percentage of me being Choctaw Indian, so I'm going to keep it to myself.
I forgot I forgot which Native American I was. I forgot. I need to look that up.
Cleveland Indian.
Cleveland
Indian. Aja Mae, I gotta say this. When I first saw you like a couple of years ago, I was really intimidated. I was just like, oh my god. I didn't know what to say.
Until you got to know how stupid and goofy I am, how easy I am. I'm so easy.
Yes, because at first I was like, Jesus Christ, she's beautiful, and she's like 7 feet tall. This is like something out of Avatar. And I was like, oh, okay. she's okay. I can actually relax and talk to her now. So
Yeah, I'm super easy, and that's something that I was just born this way, and that's kind of why I'm so loose with my good lookedness, because it's like, okay, I feel like I'm this bridge between people who are uncomfortable with beautiful people.
yeah,
So anything you want to try out with a beautiful person, you can do it with me and not fuck it up so bad, at least you'll know next time.
yes. It's like test driving a Lamborghini just for a little bit, and not
I
owning
have
it.
white friends that test out black things with me. Like, is it cool if I say this around my black friends? Like, I'm okay with it, but most black people probably wouldn't be. So I'm always a good bridge for people. I don't know why.
I figure I never asked that question. That'd be just really awkward. Like, could I, should I? Is it okay if I say
No,
this?
you don't ask until you meet a person like me that it's okay to ask, and it takes a while to get there. But yeah, it's I get it. I mean, it's just like me trying to wrap my mind around existing around trans people when I haven't had that experience. I want to be in a safe place where I can ask someone without them being terribly offended. Hey, I mean, there are those moments where in your blackness or your transness or whatever your main difference is, where someone asks you and you're probably like, fuck you, I'm tired of talking about it. But
Yeah.
I don't mind being a bridge. So anyways.
Me, one time I was doing this show, and the host was a trans girl. And so we all hanged out afterwards. We all got basically pretty drunk. And I got so drunk, I got to the point where I was like, you know what? For trans girls, they don't look too bad. And I'm like, I better stop drinking. So that was the end of my night of drinking.
Yeah, foot and mouth happens.
Yeah, no, I didn't say that out loud. I just thought that in the back of my head. And I was like, I better stop drinking. This is going to get weird if you don't.
Oh, no, I fucked up worse than that. But I didn't mean to. It's just like I said, because I was raised a certain way, and the shit that came out of my mouth, I didn't mean for it to come out. But it was like, oh, oops, oopsie, spilled it out. I didn't mean for that to come out.
But then the next day, I had this they-them joke. And I'll say the joke. It's a tough joke. You know me. I always do tough comedy. Where I'm just like, yeah, I'll hook up with a non-gender fluid person, but during the sex, they're a she. Afterwards, they can make me a sandwich. And when I told that joke, and she was the host. When I told that joke, and I was doing very well during that set. When I told that joke at the end, you heard the whole crowd go, oof, oh no. And then I heard Taylor Evans behind me in the green room go, oh no.
Oh no. Yeah.
And then the rest of the joke is, hey, if I have sex with they, them, I could disappoint both people at the same time. So that got a little bit of a rebound kind of laugh after that.
I don't know. You either have to switch it around or stand your ground and just tell it. I mean, because it's really not that offensive. But again, I'm not a trans person, and I have a lack of being in tune with some of those sensitivities, but unless I really think hard. But in the moment when you say it on stage, it's like,
That's how it usually is. Sometimes you think in your head, like, it's not that bad. Yeah. I'm going to do it on stage. And you know what? This is kind of a cool crowd. I think they'll be okay with it. I think they'll get my point. And then you say it, and you're like, oh, fuck, right. God damn it.
Oh, damn it. Darn, I won't say that.
Son of a bitch. I tried. Every once in a while, you just go, sorry, people, I tried.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
Best part is that most of them won't remember the next day. You just will have said some fucked up. I mean, the comics are going to remember, but fuck them. They're comics.
Yeah.
True.
Realistically speaking.
That is true.
Our opinions don't matter much in terms of other comics, comedy.
That's true. As long as you don't bomb all the time, then you should be okay. If you do a set that goes whatever, if you do it like a joke that didn't land how you want to do it, as long as you're not like consistently terrible, then you're fine. So
it's all part of the game.
It's exactly. What'd you say, Jay?
All part of the game.
Jay, I've never heard anybody call him Jay before.
I don't even know why I said that. It's just fucking wine. I don't drink wine often. It's making a different pathway. I'm like, what'd you say, Jay? I don't know.
My main nicknames, my mom and my grandma call me Jordy. And then if I'm around like Ryan Holloway, he calls
Ryan Holloway now calls him QB.
I think is cool as fuck. I miss that. I haven't been called QB since I used to be a weightlifter and do boxing. That's when I did that. I miss that.
Ryan Holloway is a very slept on.
Oh, he's a fucking beast. He's going places. I already know it.
He
100%.
hits hard now. He hits hard. If anybody
is fucking hilarious.
So many. I'm so happy with a lot of people I'm around. Like I did that show in Valley Springs, and Colin fucking headline, and they were eating out of the palm of his hand, man. And he just was just relaxed. He was just having fun. And I was like, fuck, man, this guy, it was awesome just watching it. I love watching people just, like, murder.
When you get in that space and you're just, like I said, there's this feeling of, I call it riding the wave. But there's, beyond riding the wave, there's this feeling that I call the glow. So I don't know if you guys ever seen, I do a lot of song and movie references. I can't help it, but The Last Dragon with Sho'nuff and Bruce Leroy, and so it's like a black kung fu kind of movie. And The Last Dragon, he gets this thing called the glow, and so the whole movie he's, you know, in the song, hey, cause you got that glow, and I fucking feel it when I'm on stage sometimes, when I know I am fucking ripping it.
We're good.
And it happens more when I have time. I mean, not that I can't do it in under 5 minutes, but if I have, like, I've been in that 20 minutes where I find that fucking space, like, right there, and it's like, okay, everything that I say after this, I know exactly what I'm supposed to say, and they're gonna fucking love it. No matter what it is, I am on the wave now, and it's such a beautiful feeling to have.
That is the weird.
It's really cool to watch other people get it.
Yeah. That is the weird thing where now if I get more time, I'm like, okay, I have all the time in the world. I don't have to rush through shit. I don't have to care if I get all my shit in. Just enjoy your time. Just fucking sit back. Let the juices settle into the meat before you slice into it. So
those happy little pauses that take, you know, time out of a 5-minute set that they don't take out of a 7. And that they take out of a 7, but they don't take out of a 10. You learn how to stretch things out. And my least favorite things is having to condense them all, because I'm such a physical, you know, person with my jokes. I can't even help it. Even if I wanted to stand still and tell my jokes in one spot, I don't think I could do it. I have to do these weird act outs and like be visceral with what I'm saying. And so you can do so much more with that in 20 minutes than you can 5. Agreed. But of course, you got to get people to trust you through the 20.
And I love that, because like I said, I'm very into physical humor too. My favorites is Robin Williams, Steve Martin. That sells the jokes too. That's what I love. I love the more physical, the better.
I've been trying to be more performative. I'm still kind of a weirdo.
Hey, your storybook one, your whole like motions and stuff you do is pretty good.
I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to be a little bit more and more performative with each and every passing day. So I figure I got to be at times kind of like a parody of my own self. Hey, doggy, what's a little fella's name there?
Dozer. He's trying to get under the bed. I'm trying to get him to say hi. Come say hi, friends. Come say hi, friends. Oh, my kids are avoiding me in my bed. Come on, say hi, friends.
Little dog face.
He doesn't want to. He just
all right.
Well, we gotta wrap things up because I gotta start packing actually for LA. So,
how exciting.
Yeah, going to Disneyland again. I might do a show while I'm down there. Should be fun. But, Aja, we love you, and I would like to know, do you have any projects, shows, social medias you would like to shout out?
Whoa, boy. I have such a busy time coming up after quarantine.
Oh, shit.
September 1st, I'll be somewhere. Somewhere.
Go there, people. Go there.
I'll be somewhere. September 3rd, I'll be somewhere.
Go there. Go there.
To my Facebook page, Aja Mae, Aja Mae. That's how it's spelled. My Instagram is exclusively Aja Mae. My flyers can be found there. My TikTok, I think, is 6 Foot Wonder Woman. I don't know, without the vowels. You guys figure it out. But if you're on social media, Aja Mae, AJAMAE, you can find me butt naked in a big sun hat in my profile picture.
I never know if I should like those Instagram posts when I see them.
Obviously, you should. Like I said, it's a gift that's to be shared with the world, Mark. I mean,
you're okay. You're right.
Mark, you need to take photos like that, Mark.
You know what? Maybe, maybe some of these days. I don't know.
You don't need a sun hat. Just get a little baby top hat, you know, like or a party hat.
One of those drink umbrellas.
Yeah.
Tuck it in your pubes. It'll be fine.
I'll wear just my Oakland A's hat and then tie my continued success shirt together. Where it looks
I don't know why I imagined it and it made it worse.
Yeah, well, you brought it up.
Yeah, I did.
Hey, I'm going to be one big-time hosting motherfucker the whole month of September, so... I'm going to be guest hosting Finnegan's for Jordan Quattlebaum, the open mic over there, September 1st. I'm going to be co-hosting Bricks and Hops in Lodi. I'm going to be hosting the show at Ibiza in Stockton, September 7th with your headliner, Saul Trujillo. I'm going to be guest. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's going to be a great
That's
time.
That's going to be great.
That one.
Yeah. I'm going to be guest hosting Cap's Pizza open mic for Nick Michelson. I'm going to be also hosting another show at Ibiza in Stockton, your headliner, John Ross. And then we got Manteca shows coming up. Secret Manteca shows coming up on Friday nights soon. I'm going to be one big-time hosting motherfucker. So
there you go.
Manteca.
Water slides. Slipping up the bad. I don't know.
Is that commercial even existing anymore?
Nope.
No, they closed down the place a long time ago.
It's probably like the fucking Lodi airplane place, Dangerous.
Yeah.
I would guess.
Yeah, it was, but it was fun danger. It was fun.
Get shanked at Manteca water slides.
Oh, dude, that place was so... I would change mats, and I'd be on the damn water slides for like 2 straight hours. The colored mats, you know? And nobody knew any better because I was a dumb little kid. Fucking place ruled. And then I get stoned in the parking lot, drunk, crossfade, 10 years old, having Mickeys. Goddamn. Follow me at Madman Maple on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm barely on Twitter. I need to be on it more.
Y'all should.
Thanks for buy my merch!
September 8th, I'll be going round 2 with Jamar Pitts. Roast battle at the Sacramento Punchline.
He's going to hit harder this time.
I know. That's why he wanted the rematch, you know. So that should be...
You got this, Jay.
That should be exciting.
You got this, QB.
Then,
you got this, Mr. J. You say it like Harley Quinn from the fucking
Mr. J.
Yeah.
And then September 10th, I'll be... I always say it's Reno, but technically it's Sparks, Nevada. I'll be headlining at the Blind Onion. Marcs featuring for me, so that should be fun.
Yep.
And then September 14th, I'll be at Laughs Unlimited doing the By All Means comedy competition by Josh Means.
Woo.
And then September 15th, we got Finnegan's again. And then October 25th, I'll be guest hosting at Cap's Pizza. And then Jordan Q-Bomb on everything. Q-B-A-U-M. And I think that's all my projects.
I wish I had dates and fucking times. I got dates. I don't have times.
Go there. You said it. You said September 1st. Aja Mae. Just
go there.
No,
Google
it's like damn near every day in September up until the 14th. But yeah, go find it. Go find JQB. Go find Marc Mabel.
Go follow her on social media. Then you can see where she's at. That's the best. That's always
afterwards.
We're gonna do more shows than this. This is just the book stuff. There's so many mics and shit we hit every day.
I know. I gotta make up my Co's date because COVID took me out and I had some.
I'm really hoping we get a September date lined up because usually he lets me do it until September and then we stop for the year. So I'm hoping we get one.
October's warm. Tell him to let it go till October.
I'm trying.
Come do it for my birthday. It's so warm in October.
Apparently, one of the comics, my buddy Patrick's going to be on the lineup next month. And he's going to try to bring out Nate Diaz and his boys to come watch. Nate Diaz.
Here's the deal, though. Here's the deal. Nick Diaz, I should say, did show up at the last Co's.
Yeah, he works. He loves Co's. He goes there all the time. That's his main bar. He likes to hang out.
Is that an MMF guy?
MMA.
It is an MMF guy. It's a Mr. Motherfucker. With that guy? It's a Mr. Motherfucker.
Is that an MMF guy?
Mean motherfucker is what I should have said. It's a mean motherfucker.
My titties that night, just for.
What the hell? I don't know what the last part you just said. I just heard
this on that night, like, hi.
I never know. I never know. See, I did a show with Aja Mae. Like, actually, I wasn't on it. It's just she dressed very nicely, and I didn't know what to look at.
I didn't know what I was supposed to say. The titties, Marc. I had them all out.
Yeah.
I had them pushed all up for everyone. They were at ready.
They were torn up. Yeah. I never know what this.
Share the girls.
Anyways, that's been
Told you, I don't like looking at shapes except for Aja Mae.
There you go. You're still autistic.
And there you have it, folks.
That was episode 50.
Buy my shirts. Buy my goddamn shirts.
Buy the merch.
Buy his shirts.
Yeah.
Give me one and I'll cut it up into a T and take pics for you.
There you go, Mark.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea. I might just get you
a male small T-shirt.
Small T-shirt? I might just get you a free one if that's the case.
Do it. Yeah, if she's gonna be your model, you
want black, green, white. Green's the popular one.
How green is it? Is it like leprechaun green or is it like
it's straight
sour apple green?
It's leprechaun green with yellow.
Jordan
now. Oh, fucking hell.
Fuck.
It says I'm still on. What the fuck?
The black one's cool, and then I'm gonna make it cute, and I'm gonna put my titties in it, and then I'm gonna take pictures with my tongue out, like, and then you can sell T-shirts.
Small black T-shirt on the way. I think I'm gonna order for Aja Mae with my next paycheck.
Hello?
Okay. Send me a bill.
Mark?
Jordan, we can't hear you, man. We can't hear you.
Fuck you, Mark.
All right, we love you, Jordan. Have a good one.
Bye, Aja.
Everybody. Thank
Fuck you, Mark.
Thanks for being on the show.
Fuck you, Mark.
Thank you, guys.
All right, bye, Jordan. Have a good one. It sounds like he's lost in space, and we're in space on the spaceship, and he's like on the outside.
Fuck you, Mark.
He can hear us, too. It's so sad. I know. Popcorn and peanut butter. I don't know why I said that.
I don't know why you said that either. Wow, you really have COVID brain right now.
It made sense to say popcorn and peanut butter.
Yeah. Is the show over?
Help!
Fuck Mark.
Fuck Mark.
Is the show over? We don't know, Jordan.
Yes, it's over.
It is over. Okay, that's it. All right, Jordan, you have a good day.
Yeah.